scrambled son of the truth in the last days. Now there seems to be a lot of confusion about this vision received by the Jewish boy Natan in his near-death experience. Some Christians looks like they just reject it because the Messiah the boy talks about is different from Jesus we believe in. And some accept that this is a true message from God, and yet they are falling into trap to believing in that this Messiah the boy talks about is the true Messiah. Now I believe that this message is a true message from God, and yet I believe that the Messiah the boy talks about in his vision is the Antichrist. So how is that possible? So let me explain. Now a lot of Christians reject it because the Messiah the boy saw is not Jesus. They say Jesus was on earth 2,000 years ago and died for our sins. And the boy talks about the Messiah, that he's here on earth now, and he's somebody we know already. He's a famous, like a prominent figure. And then he's somebody who repented already, and then he doesn't believe he's a Messiah. And I'm just perplexed as to see that how Christians don't realize like right away that what the boy describes is the Antichrist, because he's here already on earth. Because we know that Jesus, when he returns, he won't return as a mere human, and he's not somebody who repented. He is sinless. So the Messiah the boy is talking about is Antichrist. So let me read you this Bible verse and tell you how you won't be fooled into believing that the Antichrist is true Messiah. Because a lot of Christians will be fooled into believing that the Antichrist is Jesus. So I want to make sure you won't be fooled into believing him as Jesus. So this is book of Matthew 24, chapter 24, verse 30. Then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven, and then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Now when Jesus returns, he won't return as a mere human, being born as a baby and growing up. No. When he returns, he will come on the clouds with great glory. And it says here, and then all the tribes of the earth will mourn. Because when he returns, all the people on this earth, doesn't matter they are saved or not, bad or good or people, all the people will see Jesus coming on the cloud with great glory. Before that happens, no matter what anybody says, whoever says, I'm Jesus, don't believe him. Doesn't matter he stands in front of the splendid Mount of Olives or not, he's not Jesus. So whoever says, I'm Jesus, before that happening, when Jesus comes in great glory on the clouds, believe no one. And when you see Jesus returns, if you're saved, you will start to be lifted up in a rapture. So before that happens, believe no one, whatever they say. Does that mean that because the boy believes that this Antichrist as a Messiah, so that this message is not from God, and then maybe the boy was tricked by Satan and he was shown this vision by Satan. So this is the deception. But I still believe that this vision is true, message of God. Now, why do I believe that this vision is true message from God? Despite the fact that boy believes that the Messiah he saw, he believes that he is the true Messiah, but he is the Antichrist. So why do I believe that? It's because I knew all this time that Jewish people will accept the Antichrist as their true Messiah because of how the Bible was written. So the vision the boy received in heaven is in line with the prophecies written in Bible. Because it has to happen the way it was prophesied in Bible, God hid the fact that Jesus was the true Messiah from this boy when he showed the vision to this boy. So that Jewish people will accept the Antichrist as the Messiah. And later on, after 3.5 years, after the Antichrist makes the Jewish nation start rebuilding the Jewish temple and start the animal sacrifice, the Antichrist will say, "I'm Jesus." At that time, the Jewish people will realize that Jesus was the true Messiah. And at that time, they will mourn because they realized they persecuted the true Messiah, Jesus, whom they pierced. And it's all in the Bible too. And not only that, did you know that Bible was written so that in the first advent of Jesus, it was very easy for the Jewish people to reject him as the true Messiah because of the way the Bible was written. Because the Jewish people was expecting a Messiah who will bring about the redemption of Israel. And when that didn't happen, when Jesus first came, they rejected Jesus as their Messiah. Because Bible was written so that it was hard to distinguish what will happen in the first advent of Jesus and then the second advent of Jesus. It was all mixed up together in the Bible prophecy. So it was easy for the Jewish people to falsely believe something that is not true and reject Jesus as the Messiah. So that was how the Bible was written. So now, in order for the things to happen as prophesied in the Bible, the Jewish people have to accept the Antichrist as their true Messiah. So that was a brief explanation on how God accomplished all his purposes and how the things will happen as prophesied in the Bible. And I hope that you will see the truth and be guided by the truth in the days coming ahead.